give you a little shot. What a beautiful area. I'm gonna have an accident trying to film this. Watch the power of this thing. One touch. So Marauders, my destination today is Hamlin State Beach Park in New York, near Rochester. And it's a beautiful day for a ride. It's, man, this says 68 degrees, but it was in the cold garage. My phone said it was 71 degrees. So we're headed to Hamlin State Park. Thanks for coming along for the ride. Just a beautiful day for a ride. Now the instrument cluster is saying 73 degrees Fahrenheit, and it is just beautiful out. This is March, I think, 4th, and couldn't ask for a better day. I think I passed 4 motorcycles out, no Corvettes yet today. I did take this ride yesterday and was concerned about the salt on the road. Really wasn't any, and this is exceptional weather for Western New York, and I took the afternoon off. I'm taking advantage of it, and I'm loving it. This Puig windscreen is so much nicer. I know people don't like the way they look. My friend Mikey doesn't like them. Big Rock Moto is a big fan of them, and I can see why. This knocks the air, before the air was hitting me right in the eyeballs on my helmet, if not lower, maybe just at my nose. And this thing, it's really just that little piece of plexiglass, acrylic, knocks it above my head and makes it so much more enjoyable to ride. I also did something else in my weight loss. My head must have gotten smaller. Yeah, I must have a fat head, because give you a little engine sound on the Duke. She does not like to linger in first and second, I can tell you that. She really doesn't. She pulls out of them really quick. I got to get faster with my shifts. Not that I drive like that all the time. Anyways, I put pads. My fat head lost weight along with the rest of my body. Both my helmets are loose, especially the Shoebring helmet. Boy, you got to watch for that, right? Especially the Shoebirth helmet. So I had additional padding put in the back of my helmet. I did it myself. I ordered it months ago, and it is so much nicer. The Shoebirth, the field of view just kept on creeping down. Those of you who know it, you can't see it. I don't have the 3D camera on, but it just settles down above your eyebrows. Where now I got a much better view out of this helmet. So, and it's maybe a little too tight. Maybe look for a little thinner pads, but it is so much nicer than to keep whipping the helmet back. I'm sure my off-road helmet is the same way. So, just, man, this bike, this bike is just so light. And again, not that I don't like the Ducati. I love the Ducati. Love these little S-turns. But this bike is just so much lighter. I almost took the Duke, as I call her, out today. Almost took her out today. But, and I did ceramic coat the Ducati and that probably video will air before this one. I really like that Groats product. So that's it. I just wanted to give you a little shot on my way to Hamlin Beach State Park. That's it. Beautiful day. I'm loving it, boy. Just loving it. Coming up on how many miles? I can't see it. I have to be coming up on 400 miles on this bike. I think she had 320 yesterday, and I'm at least probably 320, 340, 350 miles I probably have on it now. And she's running very well. I did have some turn signal glitches on her with it originally, and those have went away. I hope I'm going through this one town. God, I want to say it's Oakland, and it's not Oakland, California. It's actually, this is prettier. Just beautiful. All right, I'm going to shut this camera down. See you a little later. So, this is Point Breeze Road. This is the area I was talking about. I'm going to turn on both cameras just to give you a visual of this. This is an awesome ride. This little bit before I get, I think, on the Ontario Thruway. Just give you a little shot. What a beautiful area. I'm gonna have an accident trying to film this. We're gonna go down here. Isn't this just beautiful? Guys are fishing. God, it's just gorgeous. Oak Orchard River Road. Just so pretty. Little gas station. This is a hard left. Look at this house. Look at that Italianette house. Italianette house. Left my turn signals on. Okay, we're almost there. I'm gonna let this run. I hope. Synchronize the camera. This is a treat. We're going to get on this Lake Ontario. I can't remember if it's called. We'll read the sign up here. 14 miles away. Hope my batteries don't die. Lakeside Beach. Little gravel here. This is this is a bumpy concrete road. Wow, this is worse than it was the other side was. Hopefully it smooths out. Hang on guys, we're in for a treat. So I didn't even know what this road, what is it called? Oh yeah, this is this section of the road is we're riding along the lake, and you'll see the lake in I want to say roughly 3 minutes. Give me a couple minutes. Now, when we get closer to the lake, the temperature drops, and I was worried about it. I didn't bring my weather gear, now my cold weather gear. Now it's 66 degrees. That's what my dashboard's reading on the Husqvarna. Oh, I can see the lake water from here. I don't know if I can zoom in enough. There's the lake over there. Water's really blue. Here, you get a closer view coming up. Oh, there it is. There she is, just beautiful. Lake Ontario. Oh, definitely colder. It dropped down to 62 degrees. I can feel it. I have my vents open on this jacket. The sun hits the dashboard in this area, and I think there's a warning light. I think it's just the sun. This is a Lake Ontario I thought was very deep, if I remember right. And it's really a nice lake to sail because of the prevailing winds going east to west on it. Of course, I know nothing about sailing. Yeah, the cruise just shut off. I don't know if it's my hand on the grip jerking forward. Yeah, no, my hand didn't jerk forward there. It must have a sensor. My foot's not on the brake. It must have a sensor that if it gets jolted, it shuts the cruise off. It's actually a good feature. Okay, I'm going to shut the 3D camera off, hopefully. The seagulls flying above. I don't know if the camera's going to pick that up. What a ride, what a ride. Who would have thought when I was a kid, now my brother had a 750 Honda CB 1977 CB750F, the sport model. And man, we thought that was all the power in the world. Then they started coming out with bigger motorcycles, bigger CCs. And now that was a 4-cylinder motorcycle, just a Hummer with a tuned pipe on it. Who would be thinking I'd be riding 77? My God, let me do the math. 23. 47 years later, I'd be riding a 900, roughly 900cc bike with 2 cylinders, parallel twin. Wow. There's a bike over there. I don't know what it is. No fairing. Looks like a V something. It didn't look like a Harley engine. Oh, she's now down to 54. Whoa, she got cold. Whoa, look at that lake water. Whoa. So it's getting, the bike on this trip was up to 58 miles per gallon. Now it's at 57 miles per gallon. It did get as high as a range of 240 miles. Now it's down. It used about a fifth of a tank to get here. Now it's a 5-gallon tank roughly. Now it's got a 220 miles left on my. There it is. Shuts off again. The seat is extremely wide. You do feel a little heat from the catalytic converter under the seat. Now, on my way up here, it was over 70 degrees. I don't have any winter clothes on. The heated seat's off. I felt a little warmth. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. I do feel a little bit of it now at highway speeds, which is surprising. You would think it'd get cooler. Someone's coming up behind me. I don't have blind spot alert on this bike. Woo! I did take this bike up to 75 miles an hour. It wasn't bad. It is so much better. Right there, you can see my hand flick up. Oh my God. The wind just as big as they made this, I wish it was taller. It is very thick. It looks like it's made out of good material. It's thick. But tonight I'm going to order a Pewage from Revzilla, a Pewage wind deflector. The smallest one is the right size for this. This is the large off the Ducati. But I definitely have to order that. This bike is so much nicer with that wind deflector on. No doubt about it. Leave it to Big Rock Moto. Thank you, Ian, for figuring this stuff out for the rest of us. Great channel. This bike is a joy. I have to tell you, she's just a cream puff. She's not a screamer like the Ducati, but she has power. I got to figure out how the best way to shift between first and second taking off. Almost wonder if I should shift into second sooner and let that torque pull it out. Even though Redline is about 8,000 RPMs, I don't think she likes to rev up that high in those two gears. I have the Moscow Moto Scout 50-liter bag on the back, which I love. I'm so happy I didn't buy an aluminum pannier. Change lanes. Yeah, that sun hits the dashboard. Lights up two of the hazards. I don't know how there's an off she goes is God, I don't know if she's Swedish. I've watched her ride. I think she had a Yamaha adventure bike. I can't remember. And then she's an ambassador for Husqvarna, and they gave her a standard Husqvarna. So I've been watching her ride that for over the summer. And man, she crushes some miles. I don't know how she does it. Not that this bike is uncomfortable, but it's not the most comfortable bike to get on the highway. Now it's going to send me in a big loop to get into the park. Yeah, I got him not look. This cruise control is not accurate. This one is much better. So ignore my Garmin cruise control that says Ducati. That one's not accurate. Camera's still running, surprisingly. There she is, Hamlin Beach State Park. I'm getting here about when they said I would. Let's hit the turn signal. Little blop of salt, merging lane with a car. Oh my God, what a beautiful day. I gotta take my wife to this park. I have got to get her here. God, the grounds are beautiful. I put air in the tires. The manual said tire pressure should be 35 degrees. I'm 35 PSI. I filled them up. They were at 30. The rear tire was just above 31. And the front tire was rear tire was 30 roughly. The front tire was 35. I don't think you stop. There's nothing to pay. I'm going to try over by the boat launch. See if I can get pictures of the bike by the water. Yeah, this is exactly what I wanted. This is a boat launch at Hamlin State Park. Marauders, I couldn't begin to tell you how much I enjoy this motorcycle. Especially in the spring, fall, and winter. And this was a winter ride. I picked this motorcycle up end of January. And January, February, March, I put over 700 miles on this bike. It was great weather to ride. Not a good weather for snow blowing videos. Great weather to ride a motorcycle. Lake Erie can still have ice on it in March. And this lake has obviously on Lake Erie is a colder lake, so it's unusual that it's. I think the temperature of my motorcycle was reading 54 degrees by the lake, and when I left my house 70 miles away, it was like 71 degrees. So that's how much the lake affects temperatures in our area. And this is a warmer lake than Lake Erie. Really, I took this video with my phone, and some people walking their dogs. There really was a lot of people walking their dogs at this park. And I really didn't see the beach area. They call it Hamlin State Park Beach. And I didn't see the beach unless those boulder rocks are considered a beach. But it did have laboratory facilities, and it's a beautiful park. If you have a dog, live in this area, stop by, walk your dog or your kids, have a picnic by the beach or on the shores of Lake Ontario. Very nice. This is a Moscow Moto Scout duffel on the back of my bike. I like using that in lieu of the soft panniers that came with the motorcycle, and I have some wire locks that can secure the bag to the bike and also the contents of the bag. Nice.
Well, Otters, I think I figured out the secret what to do with this bike. It really, you have to give it above, it likes it better above $5,000 on the quick shifter from first to second. It really does better at that. It really, that's where the power just goes crazy on this bike. This is 55 here. Try to give you another shot. Great ride. I'm up to 120 miles. I don't know where I'm going to finish out at. Probably 120, probably about 130 for this ride. And I'm struggling with my shoulder muscles, my neck and my shoulder muscles on these rides. I don't know what my issue is. Doesn't help having this camera hang off the front. This is 35. Doesn't help having the camera hang off the front of the helmet, especially this DJI Osmos Action 4 with this case, which I love the case. So my Climb Creos helmet is much, boy, there's a Bernard's Rip, there's a barbecue place around here. I gotta ask a friend where it is. That helmet is carbon fiber, and it is much lighter. And I actually like that. I started off with it, my camera mount came undone. I had to turn around. I was 2 miles from my house. I had to go back and turn around, get another camera. So that's that. I gotta figure out what the issue is with my neck. Really a beautiful ride. The bike has performed great. We'll give you a little aggressive takeoff coming up, not too crazy. I'll drop it down to first for this turn. Okay, so let's try it. Now I always screw up these shifts when I'm on camera. Okay. Yeah, she likes it above $5,000. She likes it definitely above $5,000. Now I don't want to drive like that all the time, but above $5,000, she clicks into place. She likes to run like that. And this bike, just watch the power of this thing. She's got some power, this bike. She's got some power. Don't like to run it like that. Let's put the cruise on so it stops speeding. You get into the throttle on this thing, she runs. She's an animal. Marauders, the sun is just setting. It's setting at 6:15. I have about a half hour. I'll make it home, even filling up with gas, topping off the tank. It says I have a 140-mile range. This bike's range is probably 240, 250 miles if you're not running 75 on the highway. So she's got a good range. Thank you for tuning in to watch this video. I hope you like it. Just a beautiful day. This is why I got the bike to take off and ride, and this is my winter bike, although you would never know that it's March 4th today. Again, it says it's 70 degrees here, but this bike is just fun. You can't complain about 55 miles to the gallon, and she's comfortable. Definitely have to order Pewage wind deflector. I'm going to order that tonight, a small, which should have it about this wide. Definitely makes a difference. It's right there, just clears the top of my helmet. It's like perfect. So, Marauders, thank you. For someone commented, stop making motorcycle demo videos. You're boring. I had to tell him, you're absolutely right, I am boring. I am boring, but I enjoy making videos and I like sharing them with you all. And those of you who like them, I appreciate you watching them and commenting, and it's just fun. So thank you. That's it. Please consider liking the video, subscribing to my channel, sharing it with a friend. If you've ever been to Hamlin Beach State Park in New York, just outside of Rochester on Lake Ontario, it's beautiful. I have to do some more exploring there. I want to go back with my wife. Maybe take some friends to go. Marauders, I'll see you in the next video. Please take care. God bless. Let's respect each other, and I hope to see you on the trail. This bike she's just putting along. 5th gear, 43 miles an hour, 2200 RPM. She's just awesome. Thanks, Marauders.